Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year.
I hope you're
Happy
all,
New Year.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're all feeling good and that you had a great end of the year. You had a great Christmas celebration and a great New Year's celebration. And this year is already getting started, and we've got 50 or 48, let's see how many it becomes, meetings ahead of us to develop and sharpen our sword or sharpen our skills over the next 12 months or 52 weeks. And today, I think that I picked a little bit of a different type of subject, triple A, which is a credit rating score, is one way to look at it. It's also a organization for road help in the United States, so it's different ways to look at what it means. But it is just a lead into the year with a simple little analogies. We won't be very long today because we do have the kickoff conference here on Wednesday. So in that one, we've got goal setting, we've got some personal development, and a few other things as well. So we do have a proper kickoff that I hope all of you will join. But triple A, the first A stands for acknowledge what you have. I think that to be able to help ourselves, I think acknowledging what we have as a starting point is a very good thing. I did listen to a podcast where he was talking about uh, some D's. I have my four D's. He had some additional D's. So my four D's is dreams, distraction, disappointment, and discouragement. While he, inside of his D's, included a couple of more, and one of them was delusion. And I think that sometimes people get delusional, meaning that they don't really acknowledge where they are. They don't acknowledge what they have. Sometimes they're delusional to the over positive. So they're silver and they're talking about becoming president or similar. They're silver and they've been silver for 10 years and they're talking about becoming diamond next month. And they say that every month, doesn't matter. And then people are delusional the other way, and that is that they are executive and then they say, I don't have nothing, I don't have any leaders, I don't know how to build this business, I don't know any people, I don't have a name list. And that's also being delusional the other way. So acknowledging what you have is the first step, and then the second step is appreciate what you have. We cannot appreciate what we have before we acknowledge what we have. So step number two is impossible without step number one. And step number two is incredibly powerful because that's the sign of gratitude. That's the sign of value. That's the starting point of prosperity, and that's the starting point of any growth cycle. When we appreciate what we have, there is one thing that stops. And this is the thing that internally and externally is probably the enemy of the people. And the enemy of the people, I don't know if any one of you can guess it. Do you know what the biggest enemy is?
Yourself.
No, no, no. You are the people. You are yourself. So you're not your enemy. You're your biggest asset. What do you think it is?
Procrastination?
Well, it's sort of down that line, but it really isn't procrastination. That's what happens when the enemy rules your life. It's complaints, complaints of everything. I don't have this. I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't know enough people. I don't have the skills. I have too much to do. I haven't gotten the results that I deserve. I didn't get results. The tickets are too expensive. The prices went up. Like whatever it is that is complained about. I gave this quote a couple of times today from Dr. Increase Bob Harrison. What you give your attention to will you will create more of. So what you give your attention to, you will create more of. And when you start appreciating what you have, you can't complain and appreciate at the same time. That's impossible. So when you start appreciating your parents, you can't complain about your parents at the same time. When you start appreciating your friends, you can't complain about your friends. That's when you start appreciating the business, the product, your progress, yourself, then you stop the complaining. And when we stop the complaining, as you said, Kristen, then procrastination goes out the door. And then you become so powerful because when you appreciate what you have, it becomes so easy to talk about it. It becomes so easy just to pick up the phone and book a meeting because you appreciate what you have and you appreciate the person that you're going. So coming into a state of appreciation can happen when we acknowledge where we are, and when we appreciate what we have, we become very powerful. And then the third A is allow what needs to come next. So allow what needs to come next. So what needs to be the next step and allow that to happen. And I think that at least 99% of the people that are in the Cincino business, when we say what has come next, allow what has come next, you know what it is. You know where you need to take the next step. You know what should be your prioritized action. You know what you should do more of. You know what you should do less of. You know where you could build your strengths, and you know what you could do to be stronger by reducing some of the things that you are doing. So allow that process to happen. So the three A's are acknowledge, appreciate, and allow. And when you do that, this year can become such a powerful year. I was going over the Express Start, my own book, Chris and Ørjan's books, and then I was just brainstorming with Hilda for a few hours on nailing down 10 subjects that we wanted to do with our president team, president council, to have 10 workshops around 10 subjects of the business. And what was interesting when we went through it is that the more subjects that I added, the more I realized that there isn't that many subjects that are really important. So there isn't that many things that we really need to know to be able to build this business very big. And I looked through the Express Start. Most everything that we were covering is in the Express Start. I put some different names on some of the workshops so it doesn't look like the Express Start. But it's pretty much the discussion of a few subjects that makes the business for the president. And we're talking about these are the subjects that I want to discuss with the president through 20 hours this year in 10 workshops of 2 hours each, where they do a couple of hours work in addition to the 2 hours that we have together. And here is the subjects that we will be focused on. So one subject is ambition, mindset, attitude. So what do we need to develop in the area of ambition, mindset, and attitude? So it's a workshop. Like what does mindset mean? What does attitude mean? And so on. Another one is goals and plans. And this is what I want you to get ready this week if it's not already there. So set your goals, make your plans. Another workshop is hungry, honorable, honorable. What does it mean to be hungry? What does it mean to be honorable? What does it mean to be honorable? So being honorable is where you want to do the Cincino business the way the most successful people wants to do it. It's not honorable saying, I'm going to do it my way. Then you very often meet opposition. When your mentor says, hey, you got to sponsor 10 people a year if you want to have success, a honorable person sponsors 10 people a year. When you say, I'm going to sponsor 10 people this year, an honorable people sponsors 10 people this year. Because it's just about contacting. So, or prospecting, contacting, and presenting. That's how you get somebody to join. It's not difficult, it's just a process. And that's discovered in the pipeline systems. We'll have a workshop on that. Recognition, we'll have a workshop on that. Recruiting and sales skills, we'll have a workshop on that. Leadership, character skills, relationship, personality traits. Maybe we will have one on trading promotions, how to drive campaigns. Then we will have one around partner tools and marketing, social media. Then I'm going to do one on how to think, wealth thinking, money mindset. And then we might go into compensation plan. I haven't decided yet. Momentum builders, momentum killers might be one. Events might be one. And then we are for sure going to do a speaker school. That will be one of the live times we meet. And that brings us down to mentoring coaching might be a workshop as well. And that brings us down to just like the vital behaviors. This is not a workshop, this is just a statement, is that leaders are dreamers, they're educators, and they're doers. So if you want to go and become a leader in Cincino, you will dream, you will educate, and you will do. Because educators that are not doers doesn't get results. So you need all three of them. And then there is a few other things as well, and we haven't set the exact same 10 topics yet, but was there anything in that that wasn't in the Express Start, that wasn't in what we covered in these meetings? No, all of these things are there. So the workshop that you should participate in, not with me, maybe with your upline, but with yourself, is recruiting. How do I become a top recruiter in 2026? Because I know that that is between you and most of your goals. And number two is how to build a team. How do you become a very excellent team builder in 2026? I got to run off to my next meeting, but it was wonderful seeing all of you. Remember that this year is going to be incredibly good. Acknowledge what you have, appreciate what you have, and allow what needs to come next, and you will be very successful. Thank you. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.